Hey, you guys, welcome to Heavenly Sent Podcast. This is your girl, Rose Wallace. We're here. We made it back, y'all. This is the fifth episode. Let's go. Let's go. I also was celebrating. I have over 100 followers. Let's go. Let's go. You guys, I'm sorry, 100 subscribers. You guys can continue to subscribe and support your girl in this, okay? I can't do it by myself, so make sure you share. Make sure if this resonate with you, you share it, you post it on your Facebook. You got Facebook? Yes. Okay. You got Instagram? Okay, girl. You could post a clip in your stories. We're keeping it positive. Keeping it cute. We're keeping it light, and we're keeping it fun. All right. With all that said, welcome. I'm so excited to be here today. Today is Sunday. I think I might change my days that I shoot the podcast for Saturday, and then I'll post it on Sunday. But I typically just do everything on Sunday because I try to find a rest day. Y'all, you know how it is. It's challenging, it's not easy juggling all the things that we juggle, being a mom, being a working a nine to five job, and then doing what you're called to do, doing your podcast, doing your extra thing that you're called to do. It can be a lot, okay? But we have to find a way to navigate it, put it through. But what is key is making sure you get your rest day in. You don't want to burn yourself out, and you want to keep coming back here, and you want to keep this consistent. So keep coming back, share this. This is going to be an amazing community. I have been praying about it. I have been asking God. I have been praying for every one of you who are watching this video today in any of my videos that you've watched. Leave a comment. What's your thoughts? What's your take? Let me know. I do have shorts that are running. So the short videos, I will chime in maybe like 2 to 3 days out the week, and just leave some words of encouragement or whatever I'm going through or whatever I experience to encourage us and just let you know you're not alone. You think you're alone on this? You're never alone. There are so many people that's going through 10 times worse than what you are going through. So just know that you're not alone. And if we keep coming together, we'll figure this thing out. We'll figure life out, and it's going to be the best. And I decree and I declare that this is going to be the best year of my life. 2026 is going to be the best year of my life, financially, traveling, beauty, health, all the things, you guys. I see myself on a yacht. I see myself having fun and enjoying life, and also just being in purpose and just being everything that God called me to be. So, this episode, I feel strongly to talk about change. And I know sometimes when you just say the word change, you tense up, you clutch your pearls, you this fearfulness comes over because we like comfortability. Like, can we keep it 100? We like to know that things are certain. We like to know that we have our job that we're going to every single day. We like to know that we're getting those checks. We just like to have that comfort. But when that's pulled out and change happen and things just start going differently from what you expected, sometimes it could produce fear. But I want to challenge you guys to not let it put fear inside of you. Like, what if we think positive about this change? What if this change is going to make us a better person? What if this change is going to grow us in a better way? So I've been facing a lot of change within my job, y'all. The end of the year was crazy. Like it was just a lot of change. Like we lost a lot of people, a lot of, people with a lot of knowledge, and fear crept in. And I'm just like, okay, what's going to happen? Now new people are coming in. And that was fearful for me, like, oh, this and that. And the first thing we like to do is compare something with the past. Oh, this happened in my past, and this is what they did, and da 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 da. And we just start going down the rabbit hole. I know it's not just me. I know it's not just me that starts clenching up, starts thinking about the past, start, you know, trying to hold on to anything that's familiar. Like, what are we going to do? I am walking through this in real time. So, Monday is going to be real time for me, walking through a total different new look for me in my career. But this could be a good thing. This could be an amazing opportunity for me. This could be an opportunity to learn from some people that are new. Maybe they have another level of knowledge that I may need. We don't know, right? So I started challenging myself like, no, we're going to go in positive. We're going to go in and give people a chance. Instead, I mean, it's going to take time. Like once just the shift happened and change happened, like you're going to have to give it some time to start seeing like growth or start seeing things getting better. Because first of all, people need to know like what you're doing. People have to get familiarized with the way that you do it, and then maybe they can come up with another solution of how it can be done better. So I had to change my mindset, y'all. I was like, oh, this happened in the past. This happened with my other job. And they started letting people go and da 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 da, and this and that. And I just started like really having this fear and just these negative thoughts come over me. And it happens. So, but I decided like, no, you don't need to try to see how this is going to play out. Like, if you live your life one day at a time, I know my job, right? I know my job. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to continue to do my job. And I'm going to work with some new people and we're going to collaborate and we're going to make things even better. That's what I'm saying. That's my new story. It's not going to be like, oh, it's the last time and da 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 da. No, this is how it's going to be. And this is how I'm going to show up. I'm going to show up with a positive mindset. I'm going to show up trusting that God brought me here and He's going to see me through. Sometimes we don't know what God is doing when everything shifts and everything flips. And we're like, oh my God, like I'm hanging upside down. God, what are you doing? Just trust Him. Just trust Him. He knows what you need. Um, he knows what he's doing. Okay, he's been doing this for a long time. This is no new thing to him. And I was listening to. I did not go to church today, so I did online services, and I was listening to a service from my church, and they were talking about change. They were talking about like when Jesus was preparing the disciples for when he was about to transition and he was going to get crucified, and he was telling them like he's no longer going to be there. You know what kind of change that like had to be for the disciples who was living with him, who was being taught by him, who was walking with him, who every day being with Jesus, to him saying like I'm about to go. And you're like, huh? Like I can't even deal with like minimal changes, like changes at the job. Like this is your God that you've been walking the earth with. So they were talking about that, and I was like, okay, this is such an alignment because I honestly was not sure of what I wanted to speak about today, but I know that I had been dealing with this all week. So sometimes the things that we deal with, it's good to share it, to let people know what's going on, how you're getting through this, and you're going to the other side. Okay. So yeah, I was like, okay, that's perfect because that's exactly what I'm going through right now, but not on the same level, of course. But when he left his spirit. He was like, okay, I'm going to leave my spirit with you, and my spirit is going to be with you. But how you going to comprehend that? Someone who's walking with you daily to say your spirit is going to be left inside, their spirit is going to be left inside of me. Like, you're like, what? Just trust the process, okay? Just trust the process. You might be going through, it might not be your job, it might be a friend. Sometimes the friend groups shift because you're evolving. Like 2026, you're going to have to shed some stuff. You're going to have to let some people go. And you're going to have to grow into this person that God has created you to be. And it's a tussle, it's a battle, you know? Like, I've been through that. I've been through where I had to transition with with a friend that I knew like my entire life, but it was like at the time, um I just felt it strong in my spirit that we were going separate directions. And that happened. And I had to navigate through that. And I kind of went through a season of isolation. So if you're going through that, just know that you're not the first to go through that. You're not the first to be challenged. Like, um, is this friendship still in alignment with where I'm going? Because it's I'm sorry to say that you're changing. And that's what this is about. You're changing, you're evolving, you're not the same person. And you might be dealing with somebody who's not on that level. They might not have changed. Even when it comes to like a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship, that you guys are going in different directions and you know it, but you're still trying to hold on to it. And you know that it's time to let it go. You don't feel right. You don't feel good within. You know it, but we just keep on holding on. So it's time to one, two, 1, 2, 3, release. I wish I haven't had a phone to call you up. If you know, you know. That girl is amazing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, release. Look her up. That's what it's time to do. We have to evolve. We have to grow. We have to embrace change, and we have to release what's no longer going with us in this new version. I am nowhere near who I used to be 5 years ago. I am totally different from who I used to be 3 years ago. It's just evolving. I'm a grown age, you guys. I'm in my 40s. I got a little bit left in my 40s. So I'm just not the same girl. I'm not the same girl. Yes, I have some similarities. Like, I'm still myself. I still like to have fun. I still like to enjoy. I still like to explore, try different restaurants, go out to eat. But a lot of stuff that I do solo. I used to have like friends that I hang out with and go out, and I used to go to like the bars, and all that stuff shifted for me. And I was actually trying to go back to that version of myself recently. I was like, this life is so boring. I can't do nothing. I can't, like, it's just boring here, God. Like, where you got me, like, this is kind of not me. And what if the old version of me was never me? It was just what was shaped from what I saw, what I've experienced, what I grew up seeing people do and thinking was fun. Maybe that was never me, huh? You know. So I'm just excited to embrace this new season of 2026. Y'all get ready for change. If you're like, okay, God, I want the promises. I want what you said you were gonna give me. Like, the old version cannot go into the promised land. Oh wow. Yes, the old version cannot go into the promised land. Like Moses, like he was leading the people into the promised land, but he was never able to see the promised land because he could not change. He was still fighting his old ways and still being his, and God was like, "Listen, you're not going to see the promised land." You'll get the people there, but you're not going to see it. And so we don't want that story. I don't want that to be my story, that I never saw what the promises that God had for me because I wasn't willing to be obedient to where he was calling me and how he was changing me and how he was taking certain things away from me. And I hope this helps you guys on your journey, just to know that it is okay to 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, release them. It's okay. It's okay to, you probably grew up in the same town and been in the same town forever. And now God is calling you to go to a different town, a different state. It's okay to embrace change. Flow with it. Flow with it. This is time. This is our abundance season. Um, this is time for a change. And I know that 2026 is going to be our greatest year. I know that. I feel that. And I'm just going to stand on that. I know it's early in the year. Like, you be like, yeah, you talking that it's January. Watch. Watch. I'm standing 10 toes down in it. And I believe that you will see God be glorified through my life. And that's what it's all about. It's not about me. It's not about, I'm going to get to live this amazing life. It's about God being glorified through my life, that you guys can see the change that was made because I chose to put God first and I chose to do what he called me to do. All right, you guys, I'm getting ready to end this video. Thank you for coming back. Watch it to the end. You never know what nugget you're going to get. You never know what's going to resonate with you. If you have any questions, comment below. I will definitely answer all your questions, all your comments. Sometimes, we got the trolls, but we're going to ignore it because I read something in the word that said, I can't quote it like word from word, but it's like, if people try to sabotage you, respond with kindness. Yeah, that's not easy. Bruh, that's not easy. But I'm going to try my best to respond with kindness and do what God called me to do because I want him to be glorified at the end of the day. Okay? So, guys, have an amazing week. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you share, and make sure you go out through the day and let this, like, when you see that change is coming up, like, you know what? Think of something positive. Think of how this change is going to better you and make you a better person, make you a better version. And it's necessary. The change is necessary. That's the name of this episode, y'all. It just came in real time. Change is necessary. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of the Heavenly Sent community. I know there's more things to come. This is going to be phenomenal. I am ready for us women to grow and evolve. And I'm ready for us to shine and our light to shine all over the world. Again, I thank you, my friend. God bless. I'm out.